Hello, beautiful souls. Today I have gone live, but I'm doing it unlisted so that I can channel the messages without any interruptions or distractions. Not that any of you lovely souls ever distract me, but what I'm doing is, since there are so many, I'm going to be trying to record as many under separate titles, and I want to do them kind of back to back so that my channeling is not interrupted. So, the title, as you have seen, is the Divine Masculine, kind of saying that I don't want to hurt them. In the brackets, I've written me, as in it is still slightly self serving. They're actually afraid of getting hurt themselves, losing certain benefits that they are receiving. Now, when I say the karmics, it does not necessarily mean a spouse. I have to keep repeating it, but it definitely does also include the karmics, as in the spouse. Karmic can be if they are workaholics, it can be a colleague, it can be another family member, wherever they are stuck due to any codependency, where they are staying because of something external being the reason, such as their status, how they will be perceived, what they will stand to lose, where they are staying regardless of the fact that they have realized that there is no unconditional love, where there is lack of growth, where they are feeling stifled. So, what is the update that I am bringing all of you? What is the great news? And why I do hope that a lot of the divine masculines will check this video out is because since the Lion's Gate, the divine masculines have been kind of jolted up. The intuitions that they have been ignoring, the divine guidances, and I can personally verify, and unless I have someone very close to me verify certain things, I do not speak about it. Even if I might have mentioned this is coming, that is coming, but I'm saying it's definitely happening right now, because not one, not two, several validations in real life have come to me. And since this Lion's Gate on 8th of August, the divine masculines have really been jolted up. We all carry the divine masculine energies within us. So please do see how this is relevant in your own situation or within you. Where are you suddenly realizing old patterns, or where you need to change, or where you have been holding on for the wrong reasons, where you are still feeling a bit of fear, but you're kind of making up your own mind that regardless of the fear, you have to go forth. So, a lot of divine masculines have kind of started taking very tentative steps towards releasing certain relationships, toxic relationships, addictions. Now, addictions can be to material stuff, it can be to status and name, it can be to substance, which can be drugs, alcohol, or something else, it can be to sex, it can be to a relationship. They are people who are addicted to the drama, as in not necessarily conflict, right, but oh, I'm so needed, or I need so and so so much. A lot of the masculines, the masculine energy has confused need based relationship for true love or love, and now they're beginning to realize uh, how that is not the same thing. They're slowly waking up, but still there is the remnants of fear within them, and which is going to be cleared out. A message that I had channeled several months ago, and a bit in audios and then a couple of videos, I had mentioned that time is running out. And now the message that has been coming to me, and it's not just for the male gender, it is for all of us, is that we have kind of reached the deadlines. I don't want to make anyone afraid, and so I'm choosing my words carefully. We are on a extended time. We have been given a little extension, because, and especially those who have been doing the work and the inner work, the inner clearing, so they have been given a certain extension time period, but time is running out. And when you are still in resistance, and I just saw an angel go by, when you are still in resistance, I'm going to give you the example of your car is on a very narrow hilly terrain road, and you are sitting there, and you keep seeing certain signs or someone telling you to get out of the car, get out of the car, right? But you're like, no. Okay, and then as you keep going ahead, somebody even opens the door and opens your seat belt because you're not cooperating, but you are still not jumping off the leap of faith, right? But after a point, you're still holding on, and the car starts dragging you. Okay, and then you realize that this person has been telling me to get off because it's going to fall off a cliff, the bridge is broken, but you have been holding on and being pulled by that speeding car because you're not letting go, you're not jumping off, and you have been for at least a mile being warned that get out, get out, get out. There were roadblocks, there were signs, there was this person trying to give you the hand and telling you get out of this car, is heading for a wreck. And what if this person, even after dragging and seeing the cliff, still doesn't let go? What's going to happen? So that is something like that, that we do not wish for anything traumatic to happen, but sometimes what you perceive as trauma is one of the best things that happen to you to liberate you. Now, for example, when somebody is coming to a person like me, all light workers have different jobs. Me being a Vaishya, being a blue ray, being a twin flame, I am definitely here to bust, break, challenge every existing stereotype of belief, structures, paradigms, because all of that is deeply entrenched in the matrix. And just because you paint it otherwise, it doesn't stop being the matrix. When I am here to challenge you, your beliefs, I will trigger you. Okay? Any trigger that happens to you, look at it as a blessing. The divine masculine thinks of it as something negative happening, because they feel things are going wrong. They are not being able to see that something that is collapsing because either the foundations or the walls are not strong enough to be the structure they desire. It's a facade. It is not strong, it's not built on the foundation of correct intentions. The intentions were wrong. 0 into 0 is 0. Oh, okay, we'll not get into a mathematical argument because then the answer is 1. But if you look at things from a mathematical point of view as well, 1 into 0 is equal to 0. Okay, so if even one of the intentions was wrong, but you're doing the right thing for the wrong reason, it's still going to yield failure. So a lot of the masculines are finding themselves blocked, be it financially, be it finding themselves headlong in conflict, arguments and fights with their family members or with their colleagues, with their bosses, with their spouses, and it's because they are being encouraged to now look at things from a point of view of being detached. What does detached mean? Get rid of the labels. Don't look at something as a tag of my father, my brother, my wife, my whatever. Those were roles that were designed to help you clear out and balance out your karma, not go overboard, not keep repeating the mistakes. You were there to learn and to teach, to give and to receive, so that your account books are brought to a zero, not to keep generating more or going more into debit. So, that is something that the divine masculines are finding very challenging, but definitely their third eye has been massively been worked on in the past 2 months. Now, for those, I'll talk about the steady progression if they have not been listening to their intuition or the guidances they are receiving. It starts off with severe headaches, and I'm not talking individually, it comes for a few moments and goes away. I'm talking about steadily and getting worse, the symptoms getting steadily worse in this particular progression. So, headaches which become unbearable, they think it's like a migraine or something. Then it starts with getting massive colds where no medicine seems to work. Then it becomes issues with the sinuses, up to a point where you become dysfunctional and you will not find any medication kind of helping you. Now, what is happening for the past several months, we have been getting guidances that the throat chakra, the third eye chakra is being activated, the heart chakra is being expanded for all of us, and no matter where you are, there's always room for more expansion. But if you're not listening to it, you start creating blockages, and so then you start having throat issues. You are not open to expressing your authentic self. You're not willing to listen, so you'll have ear issues. You might be finding fluid coming out of your ear or going through severe ear aches and stuff. But when you're open, you go through a minor discomfort at the back of your neck, which is kind of clearing out your old, when you have swallowed your words, is how I'd like to say it. But then the more you clear, using be it affirmations, violet flame, be it listening to binaural beats, or whichever modality works best for you, using Reiki, energy healing, using just setting of intentions, charging your water with intention. I never will ever tell you do this and only this. Set paths is the way of the 3D. There is no set way. In fact, you are being discouraged from following any one particular ritual. If you have been doing meditation in a particular way since years and years, it will stop working. And I have spoken to several light workers, and they have faced this issue of not being able to meditate in their previous way of doing things. And so I told them, maybe you need to start doing yoga or dancing or find a different form of meditation. The traditional way might no longer be working with you because you're not supposed to get boxed in again. Any form of box is still the same entrapment. Here we are trying to break out of every mold, right? So with the divine masculines, they are finding this challenging. They are not being able to differentiate between, they are feeling the pull towards the divine feminine. They might even be coming forth and telling you they don't want to lose you. They will try to have conversations, and where I will encourage the divine feminines to please be very discerning. If they have not come with an apology, if they're not coming with a sense of integrity, wanting to set things right, if they do not accept their mistakes, and it's not just in words, if their actions don't follow up, know that they have not changed. If they have really evolved and grown, you will see a change and a difference in their demeanor, in the words they use, and they will back it up with action. Which is why it's very essential for the divine feminines, before you start cribbing about the reunion and when are we going to come together, to be in complete alignment, to be in complete balance, to be completely centered, to be completely calm, so that they can't come in and destabilize you all over again. You have to be the beacon of light. The lighthouse doesn't go chasing here, chasing there. You have to stay your course. If you've seen war movies, there's the whole lineup of the warriors, and some on horses, and the archers have pulled their arrows and everything. But the leader says to them, hold your fire, hold it, that kind of a deal. And that's what the divine feminines have to really be in, that centered space, so that if your divine masculine does come and they still have a lot of clearing and healing to do, you do not go into dismay and depression and get all worked up. If they are trying to win you back through frivolous activities, or coming at you being seductive and just being charming, but have nothing concrete to offer you, just go back into your own space, continue doing your work, focusing on yourself, your self love, taking care of becoming empowered, or being financially independent, getting over your issues, whatever. Go back into your zone and don't be like, oh, but he called and so I should this and I should that. Let them go again. It's completely fine. If somebody is your true twin flame, they will come back. If you want to have more clarity on what I mean by that, please watch my video about free will and destiny. I kind of think the words are self-explanatory and they should not be confused just because it's a twin flame path or ascension. And yes, humans love to feel that they have free will, but well, just please watch that video. I do not want to waste time by repeating what I've already spoken about in another video, unless I have something more to add to it, or there's an alteration, or I've got further clarity, and then I will definitely change it. If you're finding yourself or them saying and doing the very same thing that they have been doing before either you went into separation or whatever happened, then you need to understand that they are still not there. They are not there yet. And like in my previous one of my videos, I've explained, you both are mini transponders, or whatever, transmitters. And if even one of you has certain flaws and glitches, that needs to be fully repaired before you can work as one unit. Otherwise both of your fuse will kind of go off. And then we are here to harness very powerful healing energies. We are bringing the concept, the energy, the power of true love. We are breaking down old structures. We are challenging old beliefs. We cannot be in certain energies anymore, of following diktats, of just looking out for yourself, which somewhere the divine masculines are still very much in looking out for their self-interest. They might be saying, oh, I do not want to hurt so and so. I don't want to hurt my father, I don't want to hurt my mother, I don't want to hurt my wife, or whatever. But in essence, what they're truly saying is, I'm afraid of the consequences, I'm afraid of the backlash I will receive, I'm afraid of what all I will lose if I take this call. They're still self-serving, they are still serving their own interests. And you do not have to argue, you do not have, that's not your job to kind of convince them. All you have to do is recognize it and step back away into your own zone, into your own power. Divine masculines, if you are watching my video, I welcome you. I am so happy that you have found it within you to start figuring out what this journey is all about. And I am so happy that you are working on empowering yourself. What you need to be surrendering right now, I'm going to pull out some cards, but one of them is working with your blocked throat chakras. Not just expressing, but also learning to listen and to receive. A lot of the masculines are getting triggered because in this particular journey, the divine feminine, who was more in tune with her intuition and her feelings, is kind of showing the way. And they feel as the masculine, they should be the ones who are leading as they are used to. If you are one of them, give in to the inner feminine within you. See how beautiful it is to be taken care of, to be nurtured. How wonderful it is not having to use this but rely more on your intuition and guidances. Work with surrendering. I start every morning of mine by repeating an affirmation. Today and just for today, I choose to be in complete surrender to the divine will. That's how I begin my day, because you are in a habit of taking charge, of taking certain decisions and not following your inner guidance. What the new this journey is bringing to everyone is opposite of what you have been taught thus far. It's very counterintuitive, it's very counter logic. You're being asked to pass up what sounds like a good opportunity just because your heart is telling you to do something else, or you love doing the other thing which might not be paying as well. So your logic will tell you, but that is going to take me much further, but you're going to be unhappy. And now the currency is joy and love. What you create with joy is going to bring you abundance. What you do out of pressure and boredom and not really enjoying it, it will yield nothing much to you at all. So I'm going to pull out some surrender cards, and just 4 or 5 of them, and I'm going to then leave you all, because there is a lot of changes coming and I have seen that firsthand, but there is still a little bit of distance to go. Please do try to catch my other videos that I'll be posting after this as well, because I am going to be talking about the 4 different templates that I have personally been working with the people. One of my very important videos is going to be what are the stages vis-a-vis the lessons when you have gone into separation, as well as I will be talking about what's going on in the template of those who find themselves in some form of karmic tie-up, because the maximum resistance is in that particular template. There's a lot of fear. So as in what the situations resonate, please do watch. And I have pulled out one card. Okay, there are 2 because this was turned towards me. Let me just take that. I'll just wait for one more card. For the divine masculines or for the masculine energies in those who are watching. I don't know if I'm still online or not. And my 5 cards are out. My screen has frozen, so I'm going to just take a chance and continue speaking. If I tap on the screen, it might just stop recording. So let's just hope you all can hear me. The first card that has come is Surrender to Your Soul's Path. The first card is Surrender to Your Soul's Path. How appropriate is that? Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. And here I would like to just mention, people seem to think their soul would be aligned to what they think is going to bring them happiness. And to put it bluntly, your soul doesn't give a damn about your narrow vision of happiness or temporary happiness based on temporary external factors. Your soul wants your evolution and your ascension. It wants your growth. And if you grow through pain or challenges, that's what is going to bring more of you to you as your experiences. So, divine masculines and those of you who are watching my video, there's of course a masculine energy in you. You have to surrender to your soul's path. Let go of resistance to what you know is your path, what you have to do. Surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Isn't exactly that what I have been speaking about? You have to allow the universe to work and surrender to how things come so that you are supported. When you're not listening, you will go through physical symptoms, you will go through depression, you will find yourself stuck, you will find, see, you're walking on two timelines. One was the previous one, and one is what your divine soul triggered once you came in alignment or came face to face with your twin flame. And especially when the time has come for you to come together, you're trying to navigate two timelines and then wondering why nothing is progressing. You cannot be on two boats at the same time. You just cannot. You have to choose one. And if it's the wrong choice, the universe will make it so hard for you that you will know that's the wrong choice, right? So, allow the universe to support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Surrender to divine timing. Don't be in a rush. Your timeline is not necessarily the timeline of the universe. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, your mind, your rational, be patient and trust the universal flow. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Please pay attention to the symptoms you're going through because your body is speaking to you. It's showing you where you're carrying blockages, where you're carrying your resistances, where are you not listening to your soul's guidances. Okay, listen to your body's messages about a person, if it is constricting, if it's tightening. Okay, if you're feeling their prickly energies, or a situation, are you finding it expansive? Where do you feel good? In whose company do you feel good? Where do you feel accepted? Where do you feel at home, right? If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. Here I'd like to add, if something challenges you, your false ego, it is good for you because it is bringing you discomfort by making you change your perspective, making you think, it's challenging you to let go of your old beliefs. Okay, that's the card. Surrender your fear of change. Oh my god, divine masculines, seriously, and the divine feminines who are also in this fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. This is such a beautiful, beautiful reminder. And look at that horse. Look at the energy in this card. And basically, it is, see, this card is about the throat chakra. This is your third eye. This is your upper heart chakra as far as this is your solar plexus, this is your sacral chakra. So pretty much the divine masculines are going through an overhaul. They are being healed, they are receiving messages as they are sleeping, they are receiving guidances, synchronicities. It's just a matter of them finding the inner courage, finding the inner strength to do the right thing for the right reason and take the leap of faith. They are very close to it, so just hang in there. And I'm going to leave you all with a lot of love and light, and I hope you have found some message in this that resonated with you, that has brought you clarity, that has brought you guidance. All right, and I hope that you will like, share, comment, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe. That's all. This is Nikita.